Cherished viewers, welcome to part 2 section on time with PERTHRA on debate. In our previous episode, we were able to look at some few things about debate, and we ended about what is debate. In that episode, we were to look at what is debate, format of debate, and some techniques to employ to win a debate competition. My name is PERTHRA Edward Kujo. And before I continue, I would like you to subscribe, share, and comment for us to get your views. In today's episode, on Time with PERTHRA on Debate, we'll be talking about the format of debate. But before that, let's take what debate is again. We all agree that when you hear the word debate, what comes to one's mind is argument. In this context, we are trying to mean that debate is a formal discussion between two parties. With that understood, let's move straight to format of debate. A debate begins with a topic or a motion. But before that, let's look at key arrangement of participants in the debate. Before a debate can take place, as we have mentioned earlier, we have the topic or the motion. The motion could be about any topic: social, economic, cultural, historical, about a tribe, about anything at all, political, anything at all. So the motion, which in case some people also refer to it as topic, is the first thing that begins a debate. So without a motion or a topic, what are you going to debate about? So you first need your topic. Then after your topic, then you either ballot to get either for or against the motion. So there are usually 3 speakers, that is for the motion, 3 speakers against the motion, and 3 speakers for the motion who engage in debate competition. But per the rules of some of the competitions also, we have 2 contestants or participants only, that is 2 contestants for the motion and 2 contestants against the motion. Now, the first contestant becomes our principal speaker. So we have principal speaker for the motion or principal speaker against the motion. The principal speaker brings an introduction, and in the introduction addresses the audience, states the motion, and states his stance pertaining to the motion. So let me pick an example. The chairperson, a state panel of judges, a great timekeeper, co-debaters, distinguished guests, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in the person of PERTHRA Edward Kujo, a proud representative of the great institution, and I rise strongly as a principal speaker in favor of the motion, quote and unquote, cultural heritage and national identity is a tool for national development. So one key role of the principal speaker is the introduction, addressing the audience, the dignitaries, the panel, the chairperson, other co-debaters present, bringing the debate and stating his stance on that particular debate. With that being said, the principal speaker moves on with his or her point. So the number of points that the principal speaker is supposed to state can be 4 points. That is, if he or she is in favor for the motion, 4 points for the motion, or if he or she is against the motion, 4 points against the motion. When he finished that 4 points and there is still enough time, he or she can add more points as far as the time left is considered. The principal speaker does not engage in any rebuttal form. So after he or she has brought his 4 point or 5 point or 6 point as time may permit out, he ends with a conclusion. So I'd like to take an example of a conclusion of a principal speaker. So the chairperson, astute panel of judges, co-debaters, distinguished guests, with a cogent point I've advanced so far, I urge you all to rally behind me to vote massively for the motion, quote and unquote, cultural heritage and national identity is a tool for national development. Thank you. So this is a nice contribution. This is a nice contribution of a conclusion of a principal speaker. So with that being said, we move on to the first supporting speaker. In my context, I refer to this first supporting speaker as a central figure in the debate. Because as we mentioned earlier, in the definition of debate, it said it's a formal argument between two parties or a formal discussion between two parties. So, for it to be called an argument, there have to be counter-argument being raised. There have to be rebuttals. And these are sole responsibilities of the first supporting speaker. So one, the first supporting speaker raised counter-argument based on fact, based on opinions of experts, based on analysis made by experts. Second, the first supporting speaker also makes rebuttals, that is counter-argument in response to argument or comment or statement raised by the opponent. In fact, like I said, these roles are the key roles being played by the first supporting speaker, and this makes him the key or the central figure in the whole debate competition. So, I would like to take an example. So, as a first supporting speaker, I come by introducing myself as follows. The chairperson, distinguished panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, distinguished guests. My name is PERTHRA Edward Kujo, a proud student of this great institution, and I rise vehemently as the first supporting speaker to speak in favor of the motion, quote unquote, celebrating cultural heritage and national identity is a tool for national development. The chair, I would like to address some of the fallacies being thrown out by my co-debaters. So, the first supporting speaker uses rebuttal phrases to begin his rebuttal statement. And this rebuttal statement are statements that are catchy, which would dispute the deception, the fallacies being raised by the opponent. So with that also said, let's go to the second supporting speaker, also known as a summarizer. So one may ask, what is the work of the second supporting speaker or the summarizer? The second supporting speaker or the summarizer carefully reiterate all the points his team or her team have been able to advance so far in order. So the number of points that the principal speaker raised, the number of points that the first supporting speaker was able to raise, the summarizer reiterate all that point. So the principal speaker is mandated to bring out 4 points. The second supporting speaker is mandated to bring out 3 points or more if time permits. So making 7 points. Then the summarizer is also permitted to raise 1 point and explain it, making 8 points. All these 8 points are supposed to be stated in order of presentation by the summarizer with careful connectors such as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, in that order. So with that being said, the summarizer then goes to the conclusion. And at this stage, the summarizer is able or is supposed to dramatize the conclusion aspect of the whole debate and make it appealing, catchy to the audience, to the judges, and to all dignitaries present. So, these are the various roles played by the various participants in a debate.